Another huge Saturday for New-Mac basketball today. Marks the final regular season game for both WPI and Wheaton. Welcome inside Emerson Gymnasium on the campus of Wheaton College. I'm Jackson Walsh. The WPI Engineers have a chance to claim another New-Mac regular season championship with a win today, while Wheaton is also fighting for their own playoff position. Regardless of today's outcome, Wheaton will host a playoff game Tuesday night either against Emerson or Coast Guard. And that's going to come down to a matter of Wheaton getting the 3 or 4 seed. Before we tip, Wheaton will honor their lone senior, Jaden Kelleher, this afternoon. The Senior Day presentation, anthem, and lineups coming up next. Here from Norton on the New-Mac Sports Network.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Emerson Gymnasium on the campus of Wheaton College for today's NCAA Division III New-Mac men's basketball contest featuring the visiting Worcester Polytechnic Institute of Engineers and your Wheaton College Lions. At this time, the Wheaton men's basketball team would like to recognize 3 members of the class of the 2024 cheerleading team that will be graduating this spring. Our cheerleaders have been a vital part of the enthusiasm and energy that has made Emerson Gymnasium one of the best D3 college environments in New England. We would like to bring out onto the court at this time co-captain Amy Lucero Obando, a 3-year member and neuroscience major. Co-captain Haley Fortner, a 3-year member of education major. And Sophia Webb, a cheerleading member all 4 years in psychology major. At this time, we'd like to recognize Wheaton men's basketball's lone senior, men's basketball player, Jaden Kelleher. Jaden is from Amesbury, Massachusetts, majoring in business and management. Jaden came to Wheaton in the height of COVID, and despite Wheaton not having a playing season, Jaden quickly established himself as one of the hardest workers Wheaton has ever had in a season with only limited practices. Jaden was named co-captain going into the year and was determined to make the senior year a positive one for his teammates and himself. Through his unselfish attitude, Jaden became the ultimate glue guy for Wheaton College and has played many different roles on and off the court in the success of the Lions this season. Jaden flourished as the team's 6th man this year and has embodied the definition of leadership. Please join us in thanking Jaden, who is joined by his mother Annie and his father Nathan. Wheaton College, the New-Mac, and the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, derogatory comments, homophobic remarks, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from said competition. Also, consumption or possession of alcoholic beverages is prohibited. At this time, we ask that you please rise if able. Remove your hats for the performance of the national anthem, be played by Wheaton College Junior, Leah Lacrosse. Leah Lacrosse. And now let's meet the starting lineups. First for the visiting engineers. Our first year guard from Norton, Delaware, number 0, Justin Muller. A junior guard from Wheaton, Massachusetts, number 3, Tim Green. A junior guard from Wheaton, Massachusetts, number 5, Aiden Callahan. A senior forward from Douglas, Massachusetts, number 22, John Adams. A senior guard from Auburn, New Hampshire, number 24, Andrew Buckler. The engineers are coached by Chris Parker. Assisted by Riley McLario, David Brown, Colin Downing, and Austin Zhu. And now let's meet your Lions. First year guard from Joshua Ryan, number 1, Dimitri Eichler. A sophomore guard from East Bronx, Massachusetts, number 2, Preston Perry. A sophomore forward from Watertown, Massachusetts, number 4, Owen Morrissey. A junior forward from Church, Massachusetts, number 10, Duncan Hoover. A sophomore guard from Parsippany, New Jersey, number 21, Sal Milano. The Lions are coached in his 27th year by Brian Walton. Assisted by Alex Dubrow and Connor.
It was Alan Wickstrom on PA for the starting lineups there. He'll turn it over to Colin Riley on the mic for the rest of the game. It's WPI and Wheaton squaring off on the final day of the new MAC regular season. WPI comes into this one 20-4 overall and currently sitting at first place in the conference at 13-2. On the other end, Wheaton is 15-8, 9-6 in conference, riding a 5-game win streak coming into today. They're also 10-1 on this floor this season and have yet to lose on a Saturday. WPI in the road Reds, Wheaton in the home whites. It'll be Duncan Buvar and Big John Adams to take the jump. The senior forward standing in at 6'8" out of Douglas, Mass. Wins the tap. WPI going right to left to kick it off this afternoon from Norton. Callahan to the right, the reverse tough finish for the first bucket of the day. Junior guard out of Raleigh, Massachusetts, played his high school hoops at St. John's Prep, averaging just over 10 points a game this season. Wheaton playing without their lone senior, Jaden Kelleher, who was honored prior to this game. Also losing their other captain, the junior Ty Murphy, going down to the knee injury last game. And turnover for the Lions here results in a bucket for Andrew Lufkin. Two quick ones for the Engineers, put them up 4-0. Not even a minute into the game. Harry off the screen, lost his foot and gathers. Backdoor cut, Iafredi wide open. Dimitri Iafredi had 21 in the win this past Wednesday over Emerson, 66-57. That was a crucial one for Wheaton to hold on to that third place spot in the conference. Best they can finish that is third. Worst they can do is fourth, depending on what happens with Babson this afternoon. Touch inside for Adams. He'll be matched up all day with Bubar, and Adams wins round one down low. One of the top players in the conference, averaging 14 a game to go along with 9 boards. Harry right side. We have a foul down low against Mullen for the Engineers. Tristan Harry also had an excellent game this past Wednesday in the win over Emerson. He chipped in with 15 points. It'll be Harry inbound on the baseline here for Wheaton. Throw it in up top to Morrissey. He had maybe a second left to go before that would have been a 5 count. Morrissey downhill with his left, got it to go. Big time bucket as he goes falling into the wall. WPI quickly back the other way. Now we'll set up the offense. We have another foul down low that's going to go against Duncan Bubar. Got to be careful if you're Bubar this afternoon. Gets into foul trouble a lot of times, and especially with a matchup like John Adams. You got to be even more conscious of it. He fouled out last game. Still put together a good performance with 8 points, but picked up his first there. Adams back inside, double teamed with Morrissey and Bubar. He'll kick it back out. Worked around to the left wing. Mullen swings it back right. Callahan gathers. 3 on the way. No good from Lufkin, and the rebound for Iafredi. Iafredi, the talented rookie out of Johnston, Rhode Island, has put the team on his back multiple occasions, and another turnover. That was forced by Reedy. Poked his hand right into Harry and tipped it away. 3 on the way. Reedy. Big time rebound down low from Adams. Goes back up with a left and finishes. Adams with 4 points early on, about 3 minutes in. Here from Norton, it's WPI and Wheaton squaring up on Senior Day. And the final regular season game for both teams in a packed Emerson Gymnasium. This place should also be rocking Tuesday night, and yet again another turnover. Bubar was stripped by Lufkin back the other way, and a blocking foul to call. It was Aiden Callahan drawing the contact. That's the second team foul against Wheaton, first against Harry. As we'll have a timeout. We'll step away. 16:50 to go early on here in the first half. WPI with an early 4-point advantage. (8-4) early lead for WPI over Wheaton, and a crucial game for NUMAC playoff implications. With the win, WPI would win the NUMAC regular season to be the 1 seed. They'll be playing Thursday night regardless. Both WPI and Clark, the 1 and 2, no matter what happens today, they'll each have byes till Thursday. WPI still does have a chance to fall into the 2 seed with a loss and a Clark win. Only 2 conference losses this season for WPI, both of them coming against Clark. Adams, free throw line now on the floor Trying to work through Bubar. Tough shot with a left, but that's why he's one of the best around. Iafrate will swing it hard to the right. Penavolato. Penavolato trying to go baseline, and some good defense there applied by Jack Belier, who just checked in off the bench after the timeout. Belier, the first-year guard out of Victor, New York. Corner three on the way. Sevilla can't hit it. He also just checked in, and nearly a free rebound taken there by J.R. Newman. Part of the three engineers who entered the game about a minute ago. Morrissey straight away. He's been more susceptible to taking that three-point shot this season, and he's been making them and has made some big ones. That win over Babson had the ceiling one, and he threw it away, and that's going to be staying here with Wheaton. It got tipped on the fingertips of Sevilla back to Adams, and Adams tried to throw it right back to Sevilla, but Sevilla was unable to establish himself back fully in bounds before touching it. So a lucky break there after the Morrissey turnover for Wheaton to still hold on to the ball. Bubar to the bench, Colin Thaher back in, the junior forward out of Amman Jordan. He's going to be a good matchup with Adams. They both stand at 6'8". Morrissey hard to his left, gathers, goes up with a left and got the bounce off glass. Morrissey with his first points of the day. Sophomore forward out of Watertown, averaging 8 points a game, 9 rebounds a game. He's been absolutely phenomenal this season. Left wing three on the way. Belier well off the mark, and an easy rebound on the weak side for Penavolato. Harry straight away. Now we'll get it on the handoff back from Thaher. Quick pull up in the mid-range. Just bounces off the rim, and quickly going the other way is Callahan. Callahan shut down by Iafrate. WPI resets straight away. Three on the way, and Sevilla drills it. So the Engineers up to a 7-point lead now with just about 6 minutes in. Morrissey will leave it off to Iafrate. Yeah, the first points of the day for Wheaton will dish it off to Penavolato. Can't knock down the triple. Callahan back across the timeline. He'll go to his left. Harry there to slow him down, and now he'll have to pass it back out, and Iafrate got his hand on it. He'll be credited with a steal. He's the leading steals man in the NUMAC at 2.2 a game. One of the top defenders in the country. And both of these defenses, some of the top of the country, each in the top 30 for opponents' points per game. Iafrate, three on the way, comes up short, and it's collected by Newman on the baseline. Wheaton's opponents this season averaging 64 points a game. For WPI, 58 points a game. Adams going to go to work in the post. We'll kick it back out to Callahan. Callahan baseline runner, too strong. Newman put back, got it. Morrissey went up for the rebound, just kind of mistimed his jump with that extra bounce off the iron, and Newman is able to take advantage and put it back in. The Engineers have a double-digit lead now. Morrissey, tough spot. What a pass to find Iafrate. That three's going to be short. And Newman has another rebound, and he's out on the break. He'll loft it up floor to Belier. Newman got it back and couldn't put it in. Iafrate speedy back down the other way, and he got it to go even with the outstretched arm of John Adams right in his face. What a finish there, and just pure speed and athleticism for Dimitri Iafrate. That's his second field goal of the game, both of them coming on layups. We're going to have a foul, and we're going the other way as both the officials looked at each other to see who was going to make the call, and the baseline official is going to give Tristan Harry the benefit of it out there, so an offensive foul is going to go against WPI's Andrew Lufkin. So now 2 team fouls apiece. And it's like clockwork. Tristan Harry drawing a foul pretty much every game this season. Marcus Norton, the first-year forward out of Wenham, checks in for Wheaton. He's wearing number 24. Morrissey will collect himself, now try to back down. Lufkin passes out to Iafrate. Morrissey back, right wing, couldn't find Thaher on the slip. Iafrate gathers now, finds it in the post. Thaher, size mismatch, but he couldn't get it to go. Looks like he just might have sped himself up a little bit on the right block. Up fake. Reedy swings it left. Lufkin fires from downtown. Backdoor cut, Iafrate! Just like the first bucket of the game, that high-low game, this time it was Thaher finding him on the cut, and Iafrate has 6 points. Back to a 5-point game here, 15-10, the WPI lead. Sevilla trying to extend it, he can't. And Iafrate has his 3rd rebound. Dimitri trying to cut it up floor. We'll leave it off for Norton, and it's stolen. Lufkin with another steal, finding it on an excellent pass. Can't get it, still bouncing around, and Lufkin ends up finishing it. It was a heck of a pass to find Ryan Gentalucci, who was trailing the play. Gentalucci couldn't finish, but luckily Lufkin was there for the Engineers to finish the play off, and we'll have another timeout. Second one taken by Wheaton, so we'll step away. 7-point WPI lead, 10:31 to go here in the first half from Emerson Gym. (17-10), the early lead here for WPI this week. In the D3 Hoops poll, WPI was receiving votes, the fourth best team, I should say, to receive votes. They've been in and out of the poll so far this season, but in his 23rd season, Chris Bartley has his Engineer squad in an excellent spot and in a really good position to repeat as NUMAC regular season championships. In his 27th season for Wheaton College, Brian Wamsley has done an excellent job with his squad these past 2 seasons. Wheaton will have back-to-back home playoff games. Last year they hosted Clark, fell in that game. They'll definitely have a home game coming up as Norton fires the 3. That one's off the mark with a rebound for Adams. Just to put it in perspective, back-to-back home playoff games for Wheaton. Before last year's home playoff game, the last time they hosted a NUMAC postseason game was 2008. So what a job Brian Wamsley has done with his squad the last 2 seasons, and really got to give a lot of the credit to the players here as WPI turns it over with a traveling violation. Excellent young core between the rookies and the sophomores this season. Also got good juniors across the board, and there's one of them right now. Thaher in the post going to work on Adams. Drop step with the right and finishes. Back to a 5-point lead for WPI as Sevilla takes it across half court. Sevilla, the senior guard out of San Ramon, California. averaging 13 points a game, and this one's going to stay here with the Engineers after Thaher poked it out of bounds. Sevilla, the second leading scorer on this WEI team behind Adams, who averages 14. Sevilla just behind him at 13 a game, and Sevilla's been doing that coming off the bench most of this season. Lufkin, good fight inside, and count it. And the foul for Justin Mullen sent Dimitri Iafrate flying into the air with the up fake. Drew the foul and got it to go with his left hand. That's Iafrate's first personal foul for Wheaton. Still leading his team with 6 points. On the other end, John Adams leading his squad with 6 as well on a perfect 3 of 3 shooting from the field. And Mullen finishes off the three-point play. The first-year guard out of Newark, Delaware. The average is just over 4 a game. Chris Ballone into the game. He finds Norton. Now right back to Ballone, left side. Crosses to his left, off to Iafrate. Shot clock, single digits, down to 7. Norton takes it to the rack, got stripped, and it's going to go out of bounds through the legs of Mullen, but it'll stay here with Wheaton, just 3 seconds on the shot clock. Lions 3 seconds to work with. Thrown into Ballone. Ballone fires a 3, and it's blocked. And it's going to be a shot clock violation, so yet again, Lufkin showing off his defensive presence. He's got now a block and 3 steals to go along with 4 points. What an impact Andrew Lufkin, the senior guard out of Auburn, New Hampshire, has had on this game early on at both ends of the floor, as he now has the rock on the left side, swings it right to Adams. Adams hands it off. Callahan off the screen, collects it left elbow. Adams going to go to work in the post, matched up with Thaher, and what a shot. A really tough angle, kind of fading away onto the baseline, still got it off the bank. Back to a 10-point lead for WPI. And Norton just not helping the cause here, kind of went back to throw an over the head pass, and as he reared back, he just lost it out of bounds untouched. Tarmo Tari in for the first time for Wheaton today. Junior forward out of Chelmsford, Mass, rocking number 25 in white. Sal Petavallano also checks back in. Sevilla thought about the 3, now to the hole, hangs in the air and threw it right in the hands of Marcus Norton, so Norton makes up for the turnover on the offensive end with a steal on the defensive end. Outside Ballone. And they're going to get Mullen with a foul there, just kind of put his hand right on the chest of Chris Ballone. So that's the second foul against Justin Mullen. He'll head to the bench. J.R. Newman back into the game. Under 8 minutes to play. WPI holding on to a 10-point lead. Wheaton has not beat WPI since February 8th of 2012, as Ballone can't hit from deep. Now, it's been over 12 years since Wheaton has last taken down this WPI squad, and that's just a testament to how great WPI has been in the last decade plus. Inside Adams. He gets triple team, now back out to Callahan. Callahan in the paint. Now fling it out. Shot clock winding down, back to Adams. Has the mismatch with Petavallano. Norton there to help. Shot clock down to 1. And oh my goodness, John Adams got it off right as the time expired. Through 2 defenders right under the basket. He's now got 10 points. Iafrate the other way, almost got it to go. That foul was in the act of shooting, so it'll be 2 shots here for Iafrate. Almost capped it off with a crazy finish of his own, trying to one-up John Adams. That's the first personal foul against Tim Reedy. Fourth foul against the Engineers. So Iafrate with 2 shots at the line, still leading his squad with 6 points at the moment as he knocks down the first of 2. 84% free throw shooter is Iafrate, and he's having a magnificent season. 9.7 points per game, over 2 steals a game. He's a lights out free throw shooter, just under 30% from 3. He's just really efficient from the field as well. He shoots it at 48% from the field. As he goes 2 of 2 on that trip to cut the deficit back down to 10. Reedy will pass it back right. Callahan now into the hands of number 32, Nathan Bledsoe, who just entered the game. Bledsoe, the first-year guard out of San Antonio. Adams, one dribble, gathers up, got the bounce. This guy is unbelievable, one of the best players we've seen come into this gym all season. He's got 12 points on 6 of 6 shooting. As Iafrate can't finish on the finger roll the other end, and Adams also chipping in with 4 rebounds. Callahan, Adams trailing the play, quick pass right side, Reedy, 3 ball goes through. And Brian Wamsley will take his 3rd time out of the game as WPI is starting to break this thing open. The lead is 15. Quick look at an out-of-town score that really only matters for WPI fans. Clark with a 66-60 lead over at Blake Arena in Springfield with 2 minutes to go. So if Clark holds on and wins that, WPI will have to win today to bring home their 2nd consecutive NEWMAC regular season championship. With the way things are going here from Norton right now, they look like they'll be in good position to do so. A 15-point lead here in the first half, and things just keep getting worse for Wheaton here. Balone stepped out of bounds, so a turnover will give it right back to the Engineers. Callahan across half court, finds Newman left side. Tim Reedy has it straight away. Now we'll pass it left to Adams. Adams with 12 points on 6 of 6 shooting so far today. Now it's Callahan again. 3 on the way. Bledsoe had it blocked by Balone. Newman collects it though, and Bledsoe will dish it off to Callahan, who steps into one and absolutely flushes the nylon. Well, things starting to get out of hand here on Senior Day and the final regular season day of NEWMAC play. 32-14 the lead for WPI. Granted, Wheaton is missing their leading scorer today in Ty Murphy. As another turnover here, Iafrate threw it away into the hands of Bledsoe. He's double-teamed. Balone hits the deck trying to strip it, and Callahan ends up with a rock and gets it out to half court to Reedy. Callahan to Adams. Top of the key, Adams will work to his right, trying to post up Tari. Back out, Bledsoe, corner, Callahan, 3, got it. This team is a well-functioning machine. They got a 21-point lead. 4 of 11 from downtown, 15 of 25 from the field. For the Engineers here in a very, very good first half. Morrissey in trouble down low. Iafrate cuts. Floater gets it to go off the front of the iron. So that ends the 18-4 WPI run. Now, make that an 18-6 run, so nothing to complain about there if you're WPI. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Newman, corner, shot clock down to 5. Free throw line, Morrissey, good defense. Oh my God! How about that shot from J.R. Newman on just a casual one leg fading away with the shot clock down to 1, and he knocks it down. The lead back up to 21 with 3:30 to go in the first half. Iafrate can't get it off the glass. Wanted the foul, didn't get it. Speedy back down the other way is Reedy. Grab it on the baseline. Now at the free throw line, it's John Adams. Back out, Newman, Bledsoe. Bledsoe to the rack, and he got fouled on the floor. We'll have substitutions for both sides here. Duncan Bubar, Tristan Harry back into the game for Wheaton. JT Viking in for the first time today for WPI, the first year forward. Hometown kid out of Mansfield, Massachusetts, just about 5 minutes down the road here from Norton. He stands at 6'8". Sevilla also checked back in, went up with a shot, but Morrissey sent it away. And Jack Belier also rounded out the pack of those 3 Engineers who just entered the ball game. Straight away, the big man fires from outside, too strong off the back iron. Pedovolano crosses to his left. WPI defense just is suffocating. It's a mix of athleticism and just pure size out there. So that's going to be the 15th foul against WPI. Aiden Callahan charged with it. That's only his first. Throw it into Bubar. Bubar hands it off into the corner to Harry, and it got knocked away, and Callahan picks it up right in front of his bench. Ball was just lying there after it got knocked away. Nobody from Wheaton went to jump on it. Might have just assumed it was going out of bounds, and we're going to have a foul away from the ball. Down low, and it's going to be against Bubar. That's his second. So now 5 team fouls apiece here with 2:38 to go in the first half of action. Callahan finds Newman. Newman holds the dribble right side, back into the corner. It's Callahan. They'll work the shot clock again. It's down to 5. And then it was Belier, took it hard to the rim, ran into some traffic, ended up losing it out of bounds. Viking back to the bench, John Adams back in the game. A bit of a soft full court press, man-to-man. WPI will apply, and Iafrate usually breaks it. Almost another turnover. Harry able to just hold on to that one. He's going to work against Newman in the post, and Newman's going to poke it away and come up with a steal. Belier. Newman trailing the play, and he let it go right through his hands, but can collect it just in time at half court. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Still a 21-point lead for the Engineers. Adams hard to the rack and finishes. Wanted the foul too, and now he's a perfect 7 of 7 from the floor. And now he's going to get teed up. He was really barking at the official, wanted that foul call. And he rode him all the way back down the other end, so he got teed up. It'll be free throws and possession here for the Lions. It'll be Iafrady to take the free throws, trailing by 23 here late in the first half. Dimitri Iafrady gets both of the technical foul shots, and he's having himself an excellent first half. 12 points for Iafrady on 4 of 8 shooting, and now a perfect 4 of 4 at the free throw line. His squad still trailing by 21. Trying to claw back against this very, very good WPI team and secure that number 3 spot. Even with a loss, they still have a chance to get it. You just got to root against Babson, and a couple other things have to happen as Morrissey gets fouled down low. He'll head to the free throw line. So that Clark-Springfield game is now wrapped up as Morrissey knocks down the free throw. 72-68, the win for the Clark University Cougars. So they still have hope at the 1 seed in the new MAC. They're just going to have to bank on Wheaton making up now a 19-point deficit in this one. Adams will now find Sevilla. Sevilla works around the screen. Adams sets it right. Now on the wing, it's Belier. Fed into the post. Thawers matching up with Adams again. Harry comes down to help on the double team. Then a foul is going to be called against Colin Thawer on the floor. Trying to fend off John Adams. No free throws yet. Only the 6th team foul against Wheaton. So now both sides will be shooting. If any foul occurs here in the last 1:01 to play. Lofted into Adams. Callahan holds the dribble, feeds the post again. Adams going to go to work. Adams now triple teamed. Works around the perimeter. Callahan right down Main Street. Can't get the bounce. Ball still bouncing around and ends up into the hands of Iafrady. Got a 14-second difference, shot clock and game clock here. So no 2-for-1 for Wheaton as the game clock now under 30, and another foul. Adams picks up 2 in the span of about a minute and a half. One of them was a technical foul. That's going to send Colin Thawer to the line for 2 shots for the Lions. 6'8" forward out of Amon Jordan. Off the mark on the first of 2. He's having a pretty good season as well. Junior out of the DME Academy in Florida, averaging 7 points a game this year. Also doing pretty well on the boards at over 5 rebounds a game. And he goes 1 of 2 on that trip at the line. Engineers can hold for 1 if they elect to, as Harry was all over Callahan, but Callahan ended up dishing it off to his left to Reedy. Now it's Callahan again. 10 seconds. Sevilla outside. 1-on-1 with Iafrady. Sevilla to his left into the corner. Baseline, Belier back to Sevilla. Great ball movement. It's going to result in a 3 on the way, and Andrew Lufkin can't knock it down. Morrissey threw off his timing a little bit with the closeout. Had to kind of up fake and then hold on to the ball for an extra second, but that is how the first half will come to an end. What once was a 23-point lead for WPI is now down to 18. As we conclude the first 20 minutes, it's 39-21. WPI on top of Wheaton. Coming up next, we'll have the Bay Coast Bank halftime show here from Emerson Gym on the campus of Wheaton College. Bay Coast Bank halftime show here atop the Emerson Gym in Norton, Massachusetts on the campus of Wheaton College. It's WPI and Wheaton squaring off for each of their final regular season games for 2023-2024. Both teams will be in the playoffs come Tuesday for Wheaton. It'll be Thursday for WPI. They'll earn a bye regardless of today's finish, but it was all Engineers in the first half. They lead 39-21 over the Lions, thanks to the likes of John Adams, senior forward, with 14 points on 7 of 7 shooting, also pulled down 5 rebounds in 17 minutes of first half play. Alongside him, Callahan, 8 points for the Engineers, 3 of 5 shooting, 2 of 2 from the three-point line. On the other end, it's the Dimitri Iafredi show for Wheaton College. He has 12 points on 4 of 8 shooting, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, and 4 rebounds. He played all 20 minutes of the first half. Only 3 Lions players scored in that first half. Owen Morrissey had 6 points, and Colin Thaher had 3. As a team, Wheaton 7 of 18 from the field. That's just 38%, and they have yet to hit a three-pointer. They're 0 of 6. Did well at the free throw line, though, and got there efficiently. 7 of 8 from the line. That's 87%. For WPI, they're shooting it well from the field and from 3. 17 of 31 from the field. That's 54%. 4 of 13 from 3 for 30 points. 30.8%, I should say. Just had 1 free throw in that first half, and it was knocked down, so 1 of 1 for the team in the first half. Turnovers really hurting Wheaton. They have 11 first half turnovers to WPI 6. I mentioned in the opening, these are 2 of the top defenses in the country. Both rank in the top 30 for opponent field goal percentage and opponent points per game. And WPI was showing it off there, forcing 11 Wheaton College turnovers. WPI also out-rebounding Wheaton 15-8. Engineers pulled down 5 offensive rebounds. Wheaton did not collect a single offensive rebound, and that just speaks to WPI's size and physicality down low. So 39-21 the lead for WPI over Wheaton here on Senior Day, and the final regular season game inside Emerson Gym for this Wheaton College team. They'll be home Tuesday regardless of today's outcome. They'll either have the 3 or the 4 seed, and so will Babson. It all just depends on how this game finishes and what Babson does today. A minute and a half out from the start of the second half. This has been the Bay Coast Bank halftime show from Wheaton College. Second half, ready to get underway here from Norton. WPI with an 18-point first half lead over Wheaton College. Lions going to try to make an epic comeback here to seal up that 3rd seed in the NEWMAC. Playoffs kick off Tuesday night. It'll be a 7 o'clock game here from Emerson Gym as Petavallano off the mark on the first possession of the half for the Lions. Sevilla back the other way. Now Lufkin will get it to Callahan. Callahan will dribble it back up top to set up the offense. Callahan waves through Mullen. Now it's Adams outside. Right back to Callahan, right wing. Shot clock down to 10. Fed into the post to Adams. And he got fouled from behind. That foul is committed by Khaled Thaher. Second personal foul against the big man Thaher. First team foul for either side here to start the second half. Lufkin fed into the post. Mullen one-on-one with Morrissey, lost it. And Morrissey comes away with possession. Morrissey back the other way, crosses to his left. Iafrate cuts one dribble, bounce into the corner. Harry, three on the way, can't knock it down. Wheaton now shooting 0 of 7 from outside. Quickly the other way, Sevilla got blocked by Iafrate, but first a foul on the floor called against, I believe, Tristan Harry. So it will be Tristan Harry called for the foul there. That is Harry's second personal. So 2 quick team fouls here against the Lions just over a minute into the second half. Adams short corner off the inbound. Working on Thaher, jump hook with the right, and finally John Adams misses a shot. Before that, he was 7 of 7 from the field for 14 points. Now 7 of 8 shooting after the miss there. Still an excellent game being put together by John Adams. Turnaround, Morrissey inside, front iron, can't get it. And Adams collects his 6th rebound. Sevilla pulls up on the mid-range. Got the bounce off the iron. That soft touch, that's what happens when you put backspin on a shot like that. It just collects softly off the iron, and it worked out for Sevilla there. WPI lead back up to 20 points. Their biggest lead was 23. That came with 1:38 to go in the first half, and they got a turnover. Thaher lost it off the feed from Harry. Engineers in transition. Sevilla will slow it down and bring it outside. Now it's work to Mullen in the corner. Mullen trying to feed Adams, and that's exactly what the presence of John Adams will do. And Colin Thaher called for the foul, and now barking out the official for it. We already have had 1 technical foul in this game, and John Adams fell victim to that with about 2 minutes to go in the first half. So now that's 3 personal fouls against Colin Thaher. That's going to set him to the bench. Duncan Bubar checks back in. Bubar did not attempt a shot in the first half, and now we're going the other way, an offensive foul. And that's going to go against John Adams. So now Adams in a little bit of foul trouble. He'll head to the bench with 3. Ryan Gentalucci comes on to replace Adams. Gentalucci only saw 2 minutes in the first half as Iafrate will work it back the other way. It goes off of the foot of Callahan. So it'll stay here with Wheaton, 26 on the shot clock. Wheaton still looking for their first points here of the second half. About 2 minutes, 20 seconds in. Harry, 3 ball. Wheaton still ice cold from outside, and Bubar got fouled going up for the rebound. Foul's going to be called against Andrew Lufkin. That's Lufkin's second personal, and now a lot of fouls here from both sides early on here in the second half. That's 3 team fouls against the Lions, 2 against the Engineers. Bubar thought about going back toward Iafrate, and another foul called against WPI. This one will go against Donovan Sevilla. Looks like he was trying to hold up Iafrate from getting some daylight on the backdoor cut. So we got a foul fest here in the second half from Norton. Just 2.5 minutes in, a combined 6 fouls, 3 apiece. Shot clock only reset to 20, so now it's down to 10. Iafrate will swing it right. Harry off the curl, back to Bubar. Now it's Petavallano. Timer winding down. Harry's got to put it up. Tough shot, and he drilled it. Right as the shot clock expired, Harry had Mullen blanketed all over him, but knocked it down from just beyond the left elbow. Callahan left elbow shot of himself, and yet again, WPI gets a favorable bounce on a mid-range J. This time, it's Callahan knocking it down. Back to a 20-point lead for the Engineers. Iafrate speedy the other way, and he got fouled. This time that foul was called in the act of shooting against Iafrate, so it'll be 2 free throws on the way here for Dimitri. 12 points for the rookie this afternoon on 4 of 8 shooting, and he's a perfect 4-4 at the free throw line. The Johnston, Rhode Island native had 21 last Wednesday in the win against Emerson, and he knocks down the first of 2. Jack Belier back into the game for WPI along with Tim Reedy. And now make that 6 of 6 this afternoon at the charity stripe for Dimitri Iafrate. He's got a team leading 14 points. Harry's going to apply some tight full court pressure against Reedy, but he's able to break it across half court. Reedy to his left now straight away. It's Mullen. And we got another foul away from the ball. The official's not shy to call it down low. A lot of just scrapping for position going on, and this time Duncan Pubar is going to pick up another one. That's his third, so both Wheaton big men with 3 fouls here. Quick 3 on the way, and it's Nylon from outside. Tim Reedy knocks it down, an immediate catch and shoot off the inbound. A relentless WPI team looking for their second consecutive NEWMAC regular season championship. And my goodness, we're in for a long second half here. Another foul called, the 5th one against WPI, and the 2nd one against Tim Reedy. Sends Sal Petavillano to the line for 2 shots. Petavillano still looking to break into the scoring column as he can't knock down the first one at the line. Sophomore guard out of Parsippany, New Jersey, averaging 8.2 points per game this season. Second one from Petavillano, and now he breaks his cold streak. He's got 1 point on 0 of 3 shooting from the field, so still searching for that first field goal. As we approach 16 minutes to go in regulation. The lead still sits at 20 for WPI, and make that 22. The crafty handle and finish from Aiden Callahan. Callahan now into double figures with 10. Iafrate finds Harry. Harry will fire from 3. That one is well short. It missed everything. Morrissey saved it and threw it off the back of the shot clock, just trying to toss it to anybody in the vicinity. And Brian Wamsley will take a timeout to talk things over with his squad. Engineers still in command. They lead by 20. 15:50 to go here from Norton. It's WPI and Wheaton squaring off on the final day of the NEWMAC regular season. A 22-point lead for the WPI Engineers, and if they keep going at this pace, they will be crowned NEWMAC regular season champions. They'll get that 1 seed and get a bye all the way until Thursday. Well, they'll be in their home gym. Clark will grab the 2 seed with a WPI win this afternoon. They'll also have a bye till Thursday. Marcus Norton, Chris Ballone back in the game for Wheaton out of the timeout. Another 3 on the way, and he's feeling it from outside. Tim Reedy with 2 second-half triples. Engineers now have their biggest lead of the afternoon. It sits at 25. Morrissey up top. Newman playing some tight D. Morrissey still holding on to the rock, looking for somewhere to go with it. He's going to get called for a 5 count shortly. Throws it up with a left hand. Almost got it to go. Newman pulls down the rebound quickly back the other way. Callahan inside, and we're going the other way. Tristan Harry for the second time this game steps up to draw the charge. That foul's going to go against Aiden Callahan there with the charge. So that offensive foul gives Callahan his second personal, and now Wheaton will actually be shooting free throws the rest of this way, and we're only 5 minutes, 10 seconds in to the second half. So 16 fouls against WPI. Wheaton will be in the bonus. Wheaton with 4 team fouls of their own here in the second half, and WPI forces yet again another turnover, the 14th turnover of this game for the Lions. Newman crosses back outside. Reedy thought about pulling it again. Wisely holds on to it after a quick closeout from Chris Ballone. Newman, free throw line, comes up short. Rebound almost saved there by Brett Morelli. And he threw it in the hands of Chris Ballone for Wheaton. Ballone to Morrissey in the corner. Lions trailing by 25. Morrissey pulls up, gets his own miss up with his right and finishes. Good second chance bucket there from Owen Morrissey. That gives him 8 points, and second leading scorer for Wheaton today. Iafredi still leading the way with 14. Sevilla on the roll, bucket, and the foul for Morelli. And this WPI squad firing on all cylinders this afternoon. It was a much closer game the last time these two teams played up in Worcester. It was a 66-59 win for WPI, but came down to the last couple of possessions as Morelli can't finish off the three-point play. Different story today on Wheaton's home floor. They've only lost once all season. Bubar straight away. He can't hit it, in the rebound for Morelli. Wheaton now 0 of 10 from three-point range. Morelli once again spins with the offhand. Can't get the roll. Would have been back-to-back pretty-looking buckets for Morelli. Ballone pulls up, tough shot, can't hit it. And Donovan Sevilla pulls down the rebound. He'll take it himself back up floor. Reedy fakes the 3, steps into the mid-range, comes up short, left side of the rim. And they're going to say that loose ball is last touch by Wheaton, so it'll stay on this end with WPI. Callahan at the scorer's table. He checks back into the game to replace Reedy. Reedy heads to the bench with 2 second-half threes. He's got 9 points on 3 of 4 from three-point range. Inside, and another foul. This time, Marcus Norton will pick it up, and it's Sevilla drawing the foul call. He put his nose down, took it hard to the rim, drew the contact, and now he'll have 2 shots at the line, and that'll make 16 fouls against Wheaton, so both teams will be shooting free throws the rest of the way as they've entered the bonus. 2 shots here for Donovan Sevilla, senior guard out of San Ramon, California. His first trip to the free throw line today. He's got 5 points on 2 of 5 shooting. Engineers own their biggest lead right now. It sits at 36. And Wheaton's just making matters tougher on themselves. Iafrate stepped out of bounds there, and him and Norton had a little bit of a disagreement on what happened in that possession. And WPI in the driver's seat right now. Just about 12 and a half minutes away from capturing the NUMAC regular season championship. And Iafrate's got a steal quickly back the other way, and he lost it. But luckily it'll stay here. I think Iafrate is just going so fast he lost control. Newman ended up touching that ball after Iafrate lost it, but Newman was out of bounds when he made contact with the ball. And now the officials are going to get together and discuss something here as Tarmo Tari and Khaled Thaher have re-entered the game for Wheaton. Duncan Bupar, Owen Morrissey to the bench. So that discussion between the officials won't change anything here. Balone throws it right at the feet of Tarmo Tari. The turnover's mounting up here for the Lions. That's their 16th of the day, and we still got 12-plus minutes to go in regulation. Sevilla thought about the three. Hesitation to the rim. Can't get the finger roll to go, and it'll be out of bounds. Last touched by Morelli. So the Lions will come away with the 50-50 ball that time. Tim Reedy back into the game. Sevilla to the bench, and Andrew Lufkin also checks back in for WPI. Lufkin having himself an excellent defensive game. 4 steals, 2 blocks for the senior guard out of Auburn, New Hampshire. Played prep school hoops in the NEPSAC at the Pomfret School in Eastern Connecticut. Lions still trail here by 26. Under 12 minutes to play here from Norton. Balone fires from outside, can't hit. WPI comes away with the board. It's Newman back the other way. He'll bring it back outside. Callahan, quick feed into the corner. It's Reedy. Reedy baseline dumps it off for Morelli, who tried to get things going before he caught it, and he'll take a timeout as he dives for the loose ball. And we'll take 1-2, 11:34 to go here from Norton. 54-28 WPI running away with it here on the NUMAC Sports Network. WPI still holding on to a commanding 26-point lead over Wheaton on their home floor. Lufkin into the corner. Baseline. Nobody there, and he takes advantage of it. This will just be the second loss in this building for Wheaton this season. The only one so far came on a buzzer beater to Coast Guard back in early January. Tari has it poked away. Newman's got a steal. Newman back the other way, and he tried to flush it. Was off the mark. Adams collects it and finishes. John Adams now with 16 points, and he's doing it efficiently as well. He's 8 of 9 from the floor, and Wheaton just took another timeout. We'll step away Engineers blowing out Wheaton on their home floor, 58-28, a 30-point lead for WPI. We'll be right back. .11:02 to go here from Norton. WPI looks like they'll be back-to-back NEWMAC regular season champions. They own a 30-point lead over Wheaton right now. Lions can't really get anything going, especially from outside. They're 0 of 11 from 3 today. Petavillano still searching for his first field goal, and it doesn't come on that possession. Newman. Lufkin, now it's Callahan. Callahan in the paint, bounce pass off to Viking, who just checked in. Ball has tipped away and into the hands of Harry. Maher finds Harry right side. Harry off the screen, pulls up. Free throw line, can't hit it. And Callahan skies up for the rebound. Callahan to his left, now it's Lufkin. Left wing. Reedy blows right by Tari, hangs in the air, passes to Lufkin in the opposite corner. Now back here on the near side, it's Newman. Shot clock down to 10. Viking, right elbow. He'll fire the three. That comes up short, and the rebound for Tarmo Tari. Iafredi back the other way, hangs in the air, can't hit. Thaher with the rebound, goes back up. He can't finish. And Callahan has himself another rebound. Callahan's played a team-high 25 minutes today. Junior guard out of Raleigh, Massachusetts. 12 points, 5 of 7 shooting. And how about that pass? Viking, the big man, finding Lufkin wide open on the backdoor cut. Make that a 32-point WPI lead. Iafredi back outside, Petavillano. One dribble, swings it right, it's Harry. Petavillano still can't knock one down from outside. Iafredi steps into the long two. That comes up short. And it'll stay here with Wheaton. This team has gone cold from outside now. From the field, they're 9 of 35, 0 of 12 from 3. Morelli, Mullen, and Sevilla back in the game for WPI. Petavillano to Thaher. Harry to his left. Good bounce pass feed to Thaher. Thaher with the up fake. Can't finish, but he got fouled. 2 shots coming up here for Khaled Thaher. Thaher's got 3 points this afternoon. This will be his second trip to the free throw line. He's 1 of 2 from the stripe so far. Off the mark on the first of 2, and this gym, for the first time in a while, has gone quiet. Pretty good crowd on hand today, considering everything else going on campus. You had a massive track meet next door. Men's lacrosse opening up their season at home today. That game getting underway at 3 against UNE. There's a lot going on, but still stands pretty packed here from Emerson Gym on Senior Day. Pretty much Jaden Kelleher Day as the Engineers just keep pouring it on. Justin Mullen knocks down the 3. Lead up to 34 now for WPI. Petavillano still can't get it going from outside. Tari tries to save it, but it bounces right into the hands of Tim Reedy. Sevilla back to Reedy, right side. Mullen to Sevilla, guarded by Petavillano. Morelli sets the screen, now rolls. Morelli to the cup, comes up short. And it'll stay here with the Engineers. Jack Beelier, Duncan Bubar. Back in the game for Wheaton and WPI. Thrown into Morelli, now it's Lufkin. Lufkin top of the key. Sevilla brings it back away from the elbow, goes baseline to the rim with a reverse in the finish. Sevilla's now got 6 this afternoon, and my goodness, this game is really getting out of hand, and we got another foul down low. The foul game went quiet for a while, but another one away from the ball this time. So that foul's against Sevilla, his second personal. It'll be free throws here for Wheaton, as that's the 8th team foul against WPI. So Duncan Bubar here to shoot 1 and 1. Bubar hits the front end of the one-on-one. This his first points today. He's chipped in with 5 rebounds in 12 minutes so far. Now make that 2 points from Bubar. There he was some pestering defense in the front court. And with about 2 seconds to spare, Beelier gets it over the timeline. Morelli. Now Mullen. Beelier baseline back out. Good pass. Right into the shooting pocket of Lufkin. Didn't shoot it. Now Newman fires, and he drills it. This team can play basketball, ladies and gentlemen, and they're showing it off today. Why they're year in, year out, one of the top teams in all the land. They only received votes in this week's poll, but this team is definitely worthy to be ranked every single season. And Chris Ballone has a triple. The first 3 for Wheaton College all afternoon. Now they're just 1 of 14 from outside. Newman, baseline, back out. Beelier. Good ball movement now. It's Mullen. Finally, somebody shoots it. It's Lufkin. He can't hit it. And an unbelievable save there from Newman to get it back to Lufkin right in front of his own bench. And wide open down low, that's Brett Morelli on an excellent feed from Mullen. Well, after that chaos, Morelli was just left wide open right next to the basket. Morrissey up top. He had it stripped, and Lufkin thought he had all ball. But they're going to call him for the foul, so a 1-and-1 here for Owen Morrissey. Lufkin's going to head to the bench with 3 fouls, 5:36 to go. Nathan Bledsoe back in the game, the first-year guard out of San Antonio. Bledsoe played 4 minutes in the first half as Morrissey sinks the free throw. Maybe the one bright spot for Wheaton today has been their free throw shooting. They're 13 of 16, now make that 14 of 17 from the line as a team. WPI's only gotten 2 trips to the line today. They're 2 of 4 from the stripe, but Doesn't really matter when you have a near 40-point advantage. Mullen pulls up, comes up short. Newman collects the offensive rebound. Newman goes right back up, can't finish. And the rebound taken by Morrissey. Balone lost the handle, and it goes out of bounds back to WPI. Make that the 18th turnover against the Lions this afternoon. Not playing their characteristic game here today, but a couple of factors you can credit to that, playing one of the best teams in the nation and the best team in the conference here in WPI, and they're also missing two of their key factors. Both of their captains, Ty Murphy, will be out for, you'd think, a little bit with a tough knee injury. He's hanging out at the end of the bench that he suffered last game. He's the team's leading scorer, averaging just about 13 points a game. And then also missing their lone senior who's on her today, and Jaden Kelleher out with injury. He's in street clothes on the bench. At a nice presentation for him pre-game here on the floor. Bledsoe knocks down the free throw, and Morrissey to the bench. Elin Gross into the game for Wheaton for the first time today, wearing number 40. First-year forward, standing in at 6'4" out of New York City. Beeline and Gentalucci back into the game here for WPI. Engineers all with their bench players in now. Balone from outside. Knocked one down earlier, can't get it this time. And the Engineers will work it up floor. Adam Patterson also in the game for the Engineers, wearing number 21 in red. Backdoor, oh my God, what a finish. Brett Morelli has been impressive in the post off the bench this afternoon. Second time he's gotten a bucket and a foul. Now Morelli's got 6 points. That foul goes against Duncan Bubar, his fourth personal. Morelli can't knock down the free throw, and the rebound taken by Tari. Balone works it right back to Bubar. Tari puts up the three. That's off the mark. Ryan McClellan just had the ball for WPI. He's in for the first time today, wearing number 1, the first-year guard out of Andover. McClellan thought out the three, drives all the way to the rim with the left hand and in. Another quick stoppage just for substitutions here. Viking checks back into the game, and in for the first time today, number 13, Colin Johnson. WPI is not short on size and length, I can tell you that. You got two rookies in there right now in Viking and Johnson. Johnson at 6'6", Viking at 6'8", both Massachusetts products. Chris Balone's going to head to the line here for 2 shots. That foul goes against Patterson, so 2 shots here for Chris Balone. Has Wheaton's lone three-pointer today. Wheaton shooting just 6% from 3 at 1 of 16. And that is why WPI is year in, year out, one of the top defensive teams in the nation. So Bologna has 5 points off the bench. McClellan will take it up left side. Now it's Bledsoe. Working around the arc. Viking right wing. Off the curl, it's Patterson. Tried to feed it down low to Johnson, and it was stolen. Malone will take it across half court, left side now. Tribute to his right, goes behind the back, and now get it to Petavallano. Muhammad Nasruddin also into the game for Wheaton. Another rookie on the floor for this Lion squad. He's wearing number 23. Nasruddin wide open down low, and Tari found him with a good dish. So Muhammad Nasruddin with the bucket right as he checks in, and Chris Ballone's going to pick up the foul, going for the steal at half court. That's the 9th team foul against Wheaton College, so still a 1-1 here for WPI. Engineers emptying the bench here. Joe Peebley into the game for the first time, and I just talked about some big boys coming in for WPI, and they just keep coming here for the Engineers. Peebley, first year forward at 6'9" out of Fort Worth, Texas. Also in for WPI, number 14, Will Barton, a junior forward. He's only at 6'8". Gross goes to his left, back out. Nasruddin finds Balone. Approaching 2 minutes to go here. Balone, her outside too strong. Norton collects the rebound. 3 first years, 2 sophomores in the game for Wheaton right now. There's one of the sophomores knocking down the tough shot. Pedovolano finds the mid-range touch that time. Peebley hands it off to McClellan. McClellan from outside clanks off the front of the rim. He can't hit it. Norton collects it, takes it himself, and now it's Pedovolano. Pedovolano works to his right, trying to dish it off to Nasruddin on the roll, and it's stolen by McClellan. McClellan back the other way, open for 3. Barton. That's too strong, and the rebound for Nasruddin. Nasruddin, good up floor pass to Balone, and Balone will lay it up. This one's going to finish as Wheaton's biggest loss of the season, margin-wise, in the points column, and WPI will be the 1 seed yet again this season as Barton will dribble out on the baseline. McClellan, jab step, right down the middle, got stripped, but a foul comes in. So Wheaton still will have a chance at the 3rd seed. Talked to Coach Brian Walmsley before the game. It's going to be tough to hold on to that 3rd seed with a loss today. You're going to have to root for a Babson loss and then a couple of other tiebreakers to happen to still hold on to that 3rd seed. But even if they do fall into the 4th seed, which there is a high possibility of happening, they'll still have a home game Tuesday night right back here, 7 o'clock. Another foul. Pedovolano draws it, so double bonus now for both sides in a foul-heavy second half. Pedovolano knocks down the free throw. And Pedovolano goes 2 of 2 on that trip. Pedovolano not letting up his foot off the gas on D. Up fake in the corner. Patterson. Now it's Barton. Barton drives left, floater off the glass, too strong. And Norton picks up the loose ball on the baseline. This will probably be the final possession here for Wheaton of the regular season. More work to do in the postseason. Balone fired that one from Easton. Nasruddin, second chance, spins with the left. Almost got it to go, and now WPI can just dribble out the clock. For the second consecutive year, the WPI Engineers are NUMAC regular season champions. And the NUMAC postseason will run through Worcester once again. Final score, Engineers 79, Lions 46 in a beatdown from Emerson Gym. A huge win for WPI, a 33-point win. You can also say a 33-point loss, the biggest one for Wheaton all season, but the season is not over for either of these squads. So the 1 and 2 seeds are set. It'll be WPI and Clark having home games on Thursday night. They get the bye. So the 1 and 2 seeds there. Wheaton guaranteed the 3 or 4. That's the worst they can do on both sides. It's going to depend on what happens with Babson. And looking at this now, Coast Guard beat Babson. So that means Babson finishes the regular season at 8-8. Wheaton at 9-7. So that means Wheaton is now officially the 3 seed. So Wheaton gets the 3 seed. Coast Guard improves to 8-8 as well. So they're actually tied with Babson in the standings. So I'm not sure how the tiebreaker is going to work there. Both of them are 8-8. And I believe when Coast Guard played at Babson, it was a Babson. Well, I'll do a little bit of bracketology here. So that's going to come down. If Coast Guard beat Babson when the Bears played up in Wellesley, that means that Coast Guard would actually get the 4 seed, but I don't believe that's the case. I think Babson is going to own the tiebreaker in that one. Just going to double check here. It's also going to have to wait till later in the day to see what Emerson does. Emerson was not playing until 3 o'clock today, so a lot dependent on that game. So Babson did win versus Coast Guard when Babson was the home team in that one. So they get the tiebreaker. So Babson the 4, Wheaton the 3. And I think it will be Emerson coming in here to Norton on Tuesday night to face off against the Lions. It'll be Lions versus Lions again. Not officially confirming that, but do have a pretty good idea that that's what it'll be. Emerson and Salve don't tip off until 3 o'clock. So coming into this one, Emerson was 6-9. I think they're guaranteed the 6, so they can't do any better. The best they can do is 7-9. So it will be Emerson versus Wheaton Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. We just had Emerson versus Wheaton Wednesday night. Wheaton came away with a win, but Emerson was up 6 at the half, so that was a pretty good game. Get to the final numbers here. So it's WPI 79, Wheaton 46. John Adams led the way, finished with 16 points for the Engineers on 8-9 shooting. Callahan had 12 to chip in. 2 players in double figures also for Wheaton. Dimitri Afraidy, 14 points. Owen Morrissey with 10. So Wheaton wraps up the regular season 15-9, 9-7 in the conference. And they get the 3 seed. They'll host Emerson here Tuesday night, the 3 versus 6. And then I believe it'll be Coast Guard at Babson for the 4 versus 5. And then depending on what seeds are left after those games, 2 of those 4 teams will be traveling to WPI or Clark, which are both the 1 and 2, have those byes till Thursday. So final here from Norton, WPI 79. They capture their second consecutive NUMAC regular season championship. Wheaton grabs the 3 seed. We'll see you Tuesday night. Lions back in the playoffs. They'll host Emerson, which I'm 99% sure of. We'll officially know later tonight, but just based on checking things out, it looks like it will be Emerson. So the second time they'll face off, Lions versus Lions, for the second time in less than a week on the same floor. Should be a good one. We'll see you Tuesday night here from Norton. Once again, WPI, Wheaton. WPI 79, Wheaton 46. For Wheaton College and the NUMAC Sports Network, I'm Jackson Walsh. We'll see you back here on Tuesday. Playoff action in the NUMAC.